Today, we're taking you on the ultimate Athens food tour. We already know Greek cuisine is some of the best in the world, and the city has no shortage of incredible things to eat. So we've picked what we feel are the best places Athens has to offer.
That is one of the best pizzas I have ever had in my life.
I wanted to hate this, but I can't. It's really good.
Greek food is amazing.
That is unreal. And it all starts with breakfast.
Now, breakfast isn't really a staple here in Greece because the locals stay up so late eating food and drinking ouzo, but there is one dish that they are known for, and that's what we're gonna try right now. So let's go.
This restaurant is called 2 Kalori of Syria. Kalori are these, which are like massive bagels with sesame seeds. They originated in Thessaloniki and in Constantinople, which is modern-day Istanbul. They've since become really popular all over Greece, and they're kind of like a staple breakfast food. You grab it with coffee or, in this case, a lemon Fanta. There's apparently the traditional kind, which is a little bit more crispy or crunchy, and then this kind right here, which is a little bit softer inside, and you can definitely tell the difference when you're holding them. Oh man, that is amazing. It's a little bit toasty. It definitely has a big sesame seed flavor, which I absolutely love. It does have a nice crisp on the outside, but it's still soft on the inside. I'd liken it to, yeah, maybe a bagel. It's probably the best, but it's not quite bagel consistency. There's even a little bit of a sweetness to it, which I really like. But overall, this is fantastic.
Sweet. I like that it matches though. Okay, so Mike tried the traditional kalari, and I'm actually gonna try the softer one first. Look how beautiful this is. Let's give this a try. It's like a sesame bagel. It's really, really good. It's really dense. The sesame seeds give it this slight toastiness or nuttiness, and then it's got this very, very faint, subtle sweetness at the end. The American in me, of course, wishes that I had, some Philadelphia cream cheese, which I'm sure is blasphemous to the Greeks, but it is really, really good on its own. I could see why this would be a good breakfast. It's just something easy. You can take it on the go, grab some tea or coffee, and just be on your way. We decided to sit down, but I think traditionally most people take it with them to go. I'm interested to try the more classic traditional ones. So let me do that right now. Oh, wow. I honestly don't know which one I like better. Honestly, I think I like the flavor of the sort of non-traditional one because it's a little less intense with that sesame flavor, but I like the density of the traditional one. So yeah, it's really interesting. Now, something that's really cool about this place, and the reason that we came here specifically, is because this is actually the supplier for all of the vendors in the area. So if you see anybody on the street selling kalori or any of the other shops and stalls and that sort of thing, they are all sourced from here. So we figured if everybody's gonna buy it from this place in the city, it's gotta be the best. And yeah, I think it's great. So we're gonna enjoy these and then go grab another breakfast.
We've realized over the past 3 years while we've been traveling that we will travel for food. It's almost like the main reason we travel. So we hope you like these food videos that we do because we sure do enjoy making them. This little cafe is called Stani, and it has been an Athens staple for nearly 80 years. It's family run, and it's been run by the same family since 1931. This place is very, very popular, and according to some Greeks on the internet, that if you visit Athens and you don't come here at least once during your trip, you're gonna feel like you missed out. And we definitely don't want to feel like we missed out. We ordered 2 dishes and an orange juice, and we are very excited to check them out. This place is quite the vibe.
So we got some bugatsa and yogurt with honey, and oh, it looks so, so good. I already know that I love yogurt with honey, so this is gonna be such a treat for me. And I've actually tried bugatsa once before on a food tour, and it was absolutely delicious, but it didn't look anything like this. So I'm very, very excited to try it out. But I'm gonna start with the yogurt first. Ooh. Oh, it's so good. This yogurt definitely is a little bit more sour than the other yogurt that I've tried before here in Greece even. You can kind of taste that sort of that muskiness that comes from either the sheep or the goat's milk. I'm not actually sure which, but it is really, really good. I didn't get any of the walnut though, so let me try and get a better bite. Let's go in with these little walnuts. The honey and the walnuts make this Without them, like I said, it's a little bit sour, but having that sweetness and the crunch really kind of rounds out the flavors and just makes it this like one comprehensive bite, and it's just really, really, really delicious. There's this interesting sort of top layer on it, which is sort of hard, and I'm wondering if I'm supposed to eat that or if that's like a film that should be discarded. I don't see it in the rest of the yogurt, so I'm not really sure on that, but this is absolutely delicious, and it feels like such a healthy, oh no, it has a lot of sugar, but it feels healthy. I know that I'm getting a lot of those good gut bacteria, and it's just kind of setting the stage for everything that we're going to eat later on in the day, so.
So I am fortunate enough to be the first person that tries this bugatsa, and I'm not going to argue with you. That sounds like a win to me. Look at this. It's layers and layers of phyllo dough with powdered sugar and cinnamon sugar. I've never seen the bugatsa quite like this. It is so decadent. The first bite is like apple pie, but instead of being filled with apple, it's like rich, decadent custard. That is unreal. You've got a really nice texture from the phyllo dough because it's crispy on the outside but has really good chew on the inside. And the cream's not like light and creamy, it's heavy and thick. This might be one of the best desserts I've ever had. If you started your day like this, there's no way you could have a bad day. Try this orange juice to wash it down. Oh, it is fresh orange juice. No additives, that is just straight from the orange. That is amazing. This place is a win.
We are here at one of the most viral gyro spots in Athens, but what we've learned traveling over the years is that viral doesn't necessarily mean better, so we're here to find out. As you can see, we've obviously got quite a long wait, so hopefully it will be worth it, but I have a feeling that you could probably get a good gyro here anywhere in Athens, so let's see.
So we've been waiting in line for like 17 minutes. We're only a couple spots from the front, so it's honestly not that bad. It seems like it's gonna be way worse than it actually is. Got our number 12. Keep your receipt because they'll call your name and you gotta show them the receipt, otherwise they won't give you your food. Apparently they have seating upstairs, but you gotta eat your food before you can go upstairs. Makes total sense. Said it'd be like 10 minutes, so no big deal.
We went ahead and got the classic pork gyro, and it looks really, really good. We stood in line for almost 40 minutes, so hopefully it will be worth the wait. Oh, so good. I think it's worth the wait. I hate to admit it, typically these viral places are just as good as the little shop down the street that has no customers, and we typically flock to those areas. We kind of avoid these. I think we fancy ourselves hipsters, but this one is popular for a reason because it is very, very good. Like, deliciously good.
This thing's got fries, tomato, tzatziki, onion, they had chicken, and all kinds of different variations. We wanted to go classic. You get to watch them just shave it right off the vertical rotisserie. You know it's good. That's all over my face, which is also how you know it's good. That is so flavorful. The meat is tender with a little bit of crisp to it, salty. The veg is super fresh, and the fries just add like a nice flavor and substance. I wanted to hate this, but I can't. It's really good. Definitely worth the wait. This video is sponsored by Going, and they're actually giving away crazy flight deals to our audience for free. Let me explain. We just started using Going, and it's changed the way we look for flights. We set our home airports, and instead of constantly checking prices, Going just sends us alerts when there's actually a great deal. When I say great, I don't mean just kind of cheaper. Going only sends deals that are at least 40% off. On average, you can save around 44% on round-trip flights, which is roughly $400 on international flights. For example, right now, I just found a trip from Anchorage to Athens for only $689 round trip. That's insane. And what we really appreciate is that every deal is reviewed by a real human. Because not all cheap flights are worth it if the routing's awful or there's like a 24-hour layover somewhere you really don't want to be. That's why Going has a team of real flight experts behind this, watching prices nonstop and sending a deal once it's actually worth booking. There are 3 different tiers depending on how you travel. There's a free plan with domestic flight deals, a premium plan that includes international flights and mistake fares, and an elite tier if you're bougie and want deals on business and first class flights. So if you're planning a trip this year, leave us a comment below where you're from and where you're going, and the Going team will reply with the best flight deals available right now for free. So stop wasting time and money staring at a screen and scouring the internet for flight deals. Scan this QR code or check out the link in the description to check out Going and start finding better flight deals today. Thank you so much. €5 for an Aperol Spritz. Definitely the cheapest Aperol Spritz in all of Athens. This place is great. They got coffee, snacks, juices, and of course, great deal on the Aperol Spritz. It's tucked away in this little quiet alley. I do have to wonder if this alley is always quiet, because it's half a block to a very pop-in kind of cafe, restaurant, tavern area. But this is like the only shop open on this little street, and it's exactly what we needed.
Hopefully one day.
One day. Let some women rule the world.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Those Aperol Spritz were amazing, but because we promised you the ultimate food tour here in Athens, we're actually going to go to a place that is known for Greek's version of a pizza. I'll tell you the name once we get there because I've forgotten, but it looks really, really good and I'm very excited to try it. It's something new for us.
Unfamiliar with what Peynirli is, it's basically a dish that was brought to the country over 100 years ago by Greeks that were living in the Black Sea area. They had a cultural exchange with the Turks who had a dish that was very similar called peynir, which means cheese. It's kind of funny because if you have ever been to India or if you're familiar with Indian cuisine, then you know that paneer is also cheese. And so it's really, really cool. You can kind of imagine the migration patterns and how the foods and the forms and all of that have evolved as people have migrated from, you know, our origins or whatever. So yeah, that's really interesting. The staff is so friendly and they make everything in-house, so you can smell all of those like really, really delicious aromas, and it's just all so good. You can watch it being cooked. This is also known as like a thin boat pizza, and I can see why. It looks like a little boat and it looks amazing. We ended up getting the red Peynirli, which is a little bit spicy and it's got tomato sauce on it. It looks absolutely incredible. So let's dig in. The cheese pool of all cheese pools. I'm not even being dramatic. That is one of the best pizzas I have ever had in my life. Holy cow. The mozzarella is so fresh. The tomatoes, if you've been to Greece, the tomatoes are the best in the world. Honestly, I stopped eating tomatoes in the United States because they're always mealy and like anemic and just really, really sad. But the tomatoes in Greece are literally next level. This is so good. It's so fresh. You can really tell that the ingredients are like, oh my God, just absolutely insanely delicious. Wow. Yo, do not sleep on Peynirli. I don't know if they're all this good. This is the first time I've had it, but this is so good. Literally the best pizza. Maybe the best pizza I've ever had. Definitely top 5. Top 3? Look at that sauce. Just that that oil. I've got fresh olive oil, that minced meat, fresh tomatoes, fresh mozzarella, and a wasp that wants to kill me.
Look at this thing. It's like a boat. It's gonna go straight in my mouth. Oh wow. That is incredible. There's like the perfect combination of sauce and cheese. The star of the show is the crust, for sure. Crispy and like got just that little bit of crust on the outside, but still nice and chewy and doughy on the inside. It's like the perfect amount of salt. That is amazing.
It's super affordable too.
Yeah, this is like €5.50, which is crazy. I can see why the Hornets wanted it so badly.
Yeah, this is definitely effective.
All right, yamas.
The sun has just set here in Athens, and we took a couple of hours to freshen up, relax, watch the beautiful sunset over the...
Acropolis?
Yes, that. Now we're gonna go out to get some local dinner here, and the best part is that it's only 350 meters away from our accommodation. I will say, for as much as the city can look a little rough and tumble at night, this seems pretty safe. I don't feel in danger. Honestly, the worst, the most dangerous part is this right here. You'll just be walking, and if you're not paying attention, you just floop, fall in. We always have our wits about us. I've never fallen into a hole. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I sure have.
He fell into a hole in Jakarta. If you guys have seen that video, let us know in the comments. You're like an OG, because that was a while ago. But yeah, we're just heading to a next restaurant. And if you are impressed by our ability to eat a lot of food in one day, please give us a like. It really helps us out. Subscribe to the channel. We spend a lot of money and put a lot of effort into these videos, but we do it because we love it. And yeah, we love sharing our travels with you. Mike's pushing me ahead. That means there's probably people behind us, so let's get going. We are here at a restaurant called a Nastron, which is supposed to be like a kind of local, kind of touristy restaurant. They sometimes have live music and really, really good food from what I have heard. We went ahead and got some mineral water and 2 glasses of ouzo. Now, if you're not familiar with this is, it's a liqueur that kind of has like an anise flavor. It's got that really kind of black licorice sort of flavor. And it is actually a clear liquid, but when you mix it with water, it starts turning this kind of cloudy milkiness, and since we have ice in it, it's kind of already done that for you. I kind of wanted to show you the alchemy, but it's already kind of hazy. So, yep, tastes like black licorice. If you don't like black licorice, you will not like ouzo. I'm kind of on the fence with it, but I really, really enjoy trying the local drinks of the areas that I'm in, so for me, it's okay.
I think it's delicious. This is a really popular aperitif here in Greece. You drink it right before your meal, and it's supposed to help open your stomach up and increase your appetite. It makes you say, ouzo. Yeah, I'm corny.
We went ahead and ordered 3 dishes. We got some spicy cheese dip with pitas, which is basically a spicy feta. I'm really looking forward to that. And we also got a fancy Greek salad. It's not the traditional or the classic kind of with the cucumbers and the tomatoes. It's got cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, olives, kind of the whole shebang, so that should be really, really nice. And then we've also got zucchini balls, which is something that I have heard time and time again are delicious, and you have to try them when you're in Greece, but they're new for us, so that should be pretty fun.
Wow. I don't even know where to start. I guess we're going to start with this cheese. I think the spicy feta cheese dip is going to be the way to go. All right, let's give it a try. This is like the perfect pita. It's pillowy and soft, and it's been toasted, but then it's also been drizzled in oil and oregano. How is this one of the best things I've had today? We've had so much good food. This is amazing. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a little bit smoky from the dried chili flakes, a little bit spicy, and then it has this nice, just kind of rich flavor from the feta. And this pita is so, so good. Nice, crispy, a little bit oily, but still perfectly soft. That's the best feta I've ever had because I love spicy.
This is actually the reason that we came to this restaurant specifically. I know that a lot of other restaurants have this spicy cheese dip, but this is the one I saw on TikTok and it looked so good that I was like, yeah, we're going there for dinner. Oh, wow. That is amazing. And it also goes to show that you can do feta every way. And if you don't like spicy food, this isn't overly spicy. They call it spicy cheese. It's got a little bit of heat to it, but it's not overwhelming at all. That being said, we eat like bird's eye chili, so take that with, a grain of salt. I'm gonna dig into this zucchini fritter here. Oh, I wonder if this is gonna be like zucchini and feta. We're gonna have a whole bunch of feta. It looks so good though. And I have to imagine that this is tzatziki, which we love. That's really, really good. Oh, wow. I don't know what's in there. I have to imagine that it's obviously zucchini, maybe potato. It's almost like a croquette, but it's softer. And I don't taste potato, but it's just, there's this softness inside of it that I can't really place. And it's definitely got dill, which gives it this really nice, bright kind of freshness. And the tzatziki is obviously amazing because tzatziki is always amazing here in Greece. This is phenomenal. I actually think I might like these more than the feta dip, which I was not expecting, so. Oh, it's so good. So far, 10 out of 10. I can't wait to try the fruit salad.
We got an audience over here just staring at us like we're goons.
We are goons.
We picked an awful spot to sit to film a YouTube video. Yeah, I think I like that better than the spicy feta too.
Yeah, it's so good.
It just keeps leveling up.
Yep.
Everything is so amazing. This restaurant is impressive. Now we're gonna try this amazing looking Greek salad. All the vegetables look so, so fresh. And one of the things that I learned, because we've always wondered why there's no lettuce in a Greek salad, is because the Mediterranean diet follows seasonal vegetables. So all of these vegetables here are summer vegetables, whereas lettuce is a winter vegetable. Therefore, you would not mix winter and summer vegetables. Totally makes sense now that I think about it. But I was always like, doesn't make sense, put some lettuce in it. And that would just be blasphemous to the Greeks. But all of the veg is so fresh. Look at that. Amazing. Nothing beats a proper Greek salad. And I know that this is like a variant of one because it's got the olives and, you know, it's the chili peppers and it's a little bit different, but this is incredible.
It's a salad in Greece, so it's a Greek salad.
It is a salad in Greece, so it is a Greek salad. And the olives in Greece give me life. Watch out, because it will always have pits in them. That is amazing. This is an amazing dinner. You have to try it.
So let's dig into this. Oh my gosh, so much feta. It's unforgettable. Unforgettable. No, that doesn't really work. I tried. Get some feta, get some tomato, if you're fancy like my dad. That's so good. Nope, still doesn't work. Darn it. It's so good though. Seriously. Greek food is amazing.
You gotta say everything's better with feta.
Everything is better with feta.
Yamas, let's eat.
Yamas.
So just as we had asked for the check, we were brought a delicious little sampling of dessert. Seems to be pretty common here in Greece, and I'm not mad about it at all. I think this is orange cake or orange pie, as we've heard it described. And if it is, we were in for a treat because it's like absolutely delicious. Oh wow. It's like such a hard thing to describe. It's like denser and not as pillowy as like a vanilla cake. Somewhere between the consistency of vanilla cake and cornbread. But it's got this lovely, just kind of like honey syrup in it. Right afterwards, you get this subtle orange flavor, which is the best part. That little bit of tartness or kind of sour citrus flavor, there's nothing that beats it for me. This is great. This is a perfect just end to a delicious meal.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. The staff has been so friendly and so accommodating, and we're kind of in this weird sort of table seating, but if you get under the awning, it's just such vibes, and the food was incredible. It's always solid. You kind of described it perfectly. It is sort of reminiscent of cornbread. If you're from the States, you'll know what we're talking about. It's not my favorite cake by any means, but this one, as far as orange cake goes, is very, very good.
So that's it. We obviously couldn't eat at every incredible spot here in Athens, so let us know where we missed in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and let the YouTube gods know we're doing a good job. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.